Blog Talk Radio.
Well, welcome everybody. This is Anne DeHart saying hello to all of our worldwide family that's gathering together tonight with Dr. Kathryn E. May, our channel that is going to bring us a very special evening on this summer solstice. It's just wonderful. I know we have people here from all over the world, and I want to thank you all for joining us. For those who may be new with us, I'd like to introduce Dr. May. Dr. Kathryn May has been a live channel for Mother, Father, God, and the Cosmic Masters for a number of years. She's a practicing clinical psychologist, believe it or not, in practice in New York City and in the Hudson Valley area for 35 years. So she's quite well known, has a large following, travels, teaches, and is the only person in the world to offer this visual centering technique that she herself has been practicing and studying for over 35 years. And she's the only one that was taught by the master that discovered this. She stayed with him, and we see the results of this practice in her ability to be so versatile. You're going to see that in tonight's program. You see it in our earlier messages. Dr. May is just recently progressing into channeling Zorra from Hollow Earth as well as the Galactic Masters. So you're going to probably hear on this call people, beings, not only those of us here on the surface of the Earth. We're going to hear from our Galactic Masters, probably people that some of our family that's up on the New Jerusalem. Most likely a drop-in by Zorra, who's down in Hollow Earth, all through one channel, Dr. Kathryn May. If you'd like to learn how she acquired this wonderful ability through these 35 years, she's condensed it for us, and you can go to her website, which is whoneedslight.org. O-R-G, whoneedslight.org. She's also written a book by that name, and you'll see it there on her website. And if you want to really feel the follow in the footsteps of Dr. May as this all unfolded, go to her website, and up at the top where it says Channeled Info, give a click, see where it all began, and you'll be enraptured with all these messages as we all have. And I don't know what the program is. I'm here to facilitate the board. And Dr. May, Kathryn, you're here. And what do you have planned tonight, Kathryn?
Oh, well, things are not planned exactly. We're going to just kind of roll with it tonight because, of course, this is a last-minute thing that we decided to do, and also because it would be nice to let other people participate and take part in this. And I have a visitor right here with me, Lori, Lori Cantwell, who's going to do a little contribution for us. She's done some research about the solstice, and she'd like to help out. And I think there are others who are probably on the line that would like to talk to us about some experiences themselves, maybe about their experience with solstices and what they know about this current solstice. I'm sure everyone will have some good suggestions about, the history and the astrological and astronomical importance of this particular solstice, which is just fabulous. So here's what I was thinking. This is what sort of came to me as an idea for a format. Since our job here is to, pretty much our stated job when we were talking with Zorra the other night, was to lift the vibration by doing a meditation, and one that everybody can join in on. So we're having a group meditation to raise the energy on the planet, and we can do it by everybody calling in today to our show. So with that in mind, I just figured maybe we could have a structure that would be something like we'll spend 10 minutes doing a meditation, and then we'll spend 10 minutes having people contribute something, and then we'll have questions, and then we'll do another meditation. What do you think?
I think it sounds wonderful. I think once we get started, it's going to take on a life of its own. I really believe that.
Right. So I was figuring we just need to have enough of a structure so we make sure we get in meditations. So we're all joining in together. And aside from that, I think it's just wonderful to let it roll, and see what people would like to contribute. And Lori loves doing research. She did some research on the internet to, get history and stories and the importance of the solstice, and this one in particular. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. So, what do you think? Maybe, are you ready to start? Sure. Would you like for me to introduce you and
a little bit of background?
All right. I'm going to put Lori on the panel. This is you, 518, Lori, right?
That's correct.
So I'm going to open Lori's line, and she'll give us a little start here with some, maybe an introduction kind of piece about the solstice, and so everybody has a little background.
Sure. And greetings to everyone this evening. Anne, a pleasure to meet you, and just a joy to be here with Kathryn. And I diligently went about seeing if I could find some important and relevant information to share with folks, so that there was a little background as we dive into our solstice celebration, the longest.
Hang on a second. Is everybody else hearing this echo?
Yeah, a little. It's not a bing bing kind of echo. It's just sort of a spread out.
Delay?
Yeah, it's not two voices, but it is like she's speaking in an open room instead of directly into a speaker.
Okay, we're going to switch phones. Sorry, Lori.
Okay.
So I didn't really have a chance to introduce her. Lori is sitting here with a big smile. We're in New York City, and she's come down today all the way from Plattsburgh. Her day job is that she's been an attorney, but she's studying visual centering. So she's going to learn how to teach it too. So that's who Lori is, and she's eager to tell you about her piece. So I'm going to turn the better phone over to her so you won't hear an echo. Okay, here she is.
Well, thank you. I have Kathryn's phone now, and it's a pleasure to meet everybody and to participate tonight, and certainly an honor to be a student of Kathryn's. I was on a cell phone before, so perhaps it was solar flares or something on our solstice that was causing the cell phone to be uncooperative. But I did do a little background work on the summer solstice because it is such an exciting time, a time of awakening, and there's certainly a deeper spiritual significance associated with the summer solstice, and that, I think, is the real relevant piece here as we head into awakening, and the summer solstice opens the door to that awakening, and as we move into the new energy that comes in both through the summer solstice and the full breath of maximum daylight and all the spiritual energy that comes with that. We also have a waxing moon, which is an exciting piece, giving us a tremendous amount of just step-off spiritual energy for everybody to be drawing from and focusing on. As we look at the summer solstice, the solstice and the equinoxes, for a very 101 beginner's explanation, are the 4 points of sort of a wheel that comprises the year. The winter solstice is in the winter. The summer solstice, of course, is in June. And the fall and the spring equinoxes kind of complement or constitute a wheel, almost like a clock, where there's a 12 o'clock, a 3 o'clock, a 6 o'clock, and a 9 o'clock. These points are marking movements of the earth around the sun and the sun's varying influences over light and darkness and day and night. It is spiritually been celebrated, and the summer solstice is actually publicly celebrated in many countries throughout the world. And if any of our listeners are from countries outside the United States or Canada, we hope that you're in a place where there's a mighty wonderful celebration of this incredible light energy that comes with and through the summer solstice. So the solstice is physically the axis of the earth tipped, and if the axis is tipped toward the sun, which occurs between June and September, then it's solstice, summer solstice for the northern hemisphere. And alternatively, if the axis point is away from December to March, then it's the southern hemisphere's turn to enjoy the direct rays of the sun, and they get their summer solstice. So we take turns exchanging broader days and broader nights. So the particular excitement at this time, let me just back up to say one thing. Solstice, where is that term from? I looked that up, and I loved the Latin explanation for it. The word is sol, S-O-L, meaning sun in Latin, and the the sister is to stand still. So it's when the sun stands still, and we have the most beautiful radiance lighting down on our planet. So that's sort of the technical explanation of what the solstice is, and I thought in doing a little bit of research, I came up with what I thought was an interesting rendition from Paracelsus, who was a 14th century Swiss-German, well, he's described as just about everything, but a scientist, an astronomer, an occultist, depending on who or where you read up on him. But here was his comment. There is an earthly sun, which is the cause of all heat, and all who are able to see may see the sun, and even those who are blind and cannot see may feel his heat. There is also an eternal sun, which is the source of all wisdom, and those whose spiritual senses have awakened to life will see that sun and be conscious of his existence. But those who have not attained spiritual consciousness may yet feel his power by an inner faculty which is called intuition. And so all of us, as we exercise our awakening and our evolution from intuition through to full spiritual consciousness, really celebrate this time, because this is our time of awakening. This is the time when the sun is the brightest and the awakening is the brightest, and we have a tremendous amount we can access on our path to spiritual growth. So that is probably a fairly good summary of, and Anne, I don't know if there's anything you'd like me to add, but I'm thinking it's probably time to hand back to Kathryn and move on with the program. Thank you for the opportunity to share.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
Yes.
I think we can't have two phones in the same room. It doesn't work too well. So wasn't that good? Oh, fun. That's a nice introduction to what this is all about. Do you have anything you'd like to add, Anne?
No, not really. I see we have 3 people already to contribute to the call, and I did post a beautiful lead meditation, guided meditation on the website, and it's about 13 minutes, and I put a little note there for all of our readers that if someone is able to play it into their telephone so that we can all hear it, it would be wonderful. I think we would all love all the aspects of this 13-minute guided meditation for the solstice. Meanwhile, we have 3 people.
Where does it come from? Where does it come from?
The Pleiadians, I believe. It was a channeled meditation from the Pleiadians, and
nice.
Particular. Well, actually, it's someone I'm not familiar with, but when I went to her website, it was quite nice, and I saw a picture of her, which is quite nice, and it was very pleasant and all-encompassing as to the solstice and the various aspects that we want to remember in the solstice. So perhaps one of our readers will be able to hold their speaker next to the screen where their volume, mine's on a headset, so I wouldn't be able to do it. But if it's meant to be, that will probably be a contributor to this call that I think we'll all enjoy. And we've got 4 people here who are offering to join the call.
Sure. Let's see what they have to say.
Okay.
And what suggestions they'd like to make. I would like to hear that. I don't know about the technology. If someone can stay on the... That's right. They just have to stay on the phone and then go to your site and play the recorded
and just
message.
put the mouthpiece of the phone next to their speaker.
We could try
Our
that.
speakers, they would have to pick one speaker if they have 2 speakers. But it has a nice background melody that is very relaxing and kind of sets a nice mood. So maybe someone can do that for us. And in the meantime, we got if we take people in the order in which they have been waiting, our first person would be in area code 418, ending in 2224. And we would like your name and where you're calling from and what you'd like to share.
Okay. Hi, my name is Judy from Quebec, Canada. And
thank you, Judy.
I had a question. I wondered if Kathryn or someone could tell me the difference between the channeled entities of Prime Creator and Mother, Father, God.
That question comes up fairly often. I would like to do a really good answer to that, and maybe it's not for me to answer. There is a story in one of the messages. I think, just off the top of my head, I think it might be 127. The message that I posted some time ago, I think it was around Christmas. And it's a story of creation from Mother, Father, God. So I personally don't want to speak for them about their relationship. So we would have to call on them, maybe, to answer the question. And possibly, I don't know if they want to do that tonight or not. may be relevant to the solstice, but not specifically, I guess. Let's put that question on the table and see where it goes. I would prefer not to start channeling right this minute because I think we should talk with some other people. Does that sound okay with you?
That's fine. Thank you very much, Kathryn.
Okay,
and
I think you'll
Kathryn,
enjoy the story.
You did a channeled message, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, and the whole story from Mother, Father, God, and they told the whole story of creation. It was quite a classic, and we can listen to it, and it should be posted on your page on one of my websites, which is earthascends.com. earthascends.com, and click on the tab at the top, Mother, Father. And then you will see the different radio shows along with the 3 messages a week that we receive by email that is also posted on Kathryn's website.
Was this a radio show or was this a written message that you're referring to?
It was a radio show. I remember distinctly just
was it the one when Prime Creator?
With bated breath. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can
it
find
was wonderful. You weren't there.
I wasn't there.
But we were all
okay.
listening.
So I guess we've already answered that question.
Okay. Well, we'll let Judy wait. Judy, I'm going to put you on hold right now, so that. But if you your hand is still up, but I think if you can find that, you'll love it. I thought, what a classic call this is, telling the whole story, and it was probably about a month ago. Okay, and now I'm going to go to area code 949, ending in 5667. You're the next one that's been waiting a while, and I just opened your line. Who are you?
Hello. Hi, my name's Tanya Dancer, and I just wanted to call and do a little Christ-light prayer and a little bit of language of light to get us all in this groovy feeling of what's going on today.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
What is your first name again?
Tanya.
Tanya. All right. Wonderful, yes. Tanya. I'll let you visit with Kathryn a little bit about this. Go right ahead. Where are you calling from, Tanya?
I'm calling from Newport Beach, California.
Oh, very nice. Go right ahead.
Okay.
Yes, I'm all for this. Good. Let's hear what you
great. All
would
right.
like to share with us, Tanya.
Okay. Let us connect our hearts in the light of oneness and breathe. Bring down the light, O Lord. Open the portals of heaven. Bring down the love. Move, dear Lord, humanity into the place of love. Open our hearts to receive. May we give forth to all our love. We are one eternally. Mamna kia tutoria shoshola mote kia nanani hor. Ga nyamuria shata tia bikilia sha. Pam takialia hor. Garia shataria ma atapi. Hania ma kuku hashatur. Beblia matatu shia. Manea pupuliaria valiania kutu. Beloved, I am presence. Enfold me now in thy mighty magic electronic pillar of ascended master light substance. Make it so powerful that no human creation can pass through ever again. Within this light, charge me with your violet flame, in, through, and around. Glamna pie shishia liata toria moholdie mimia katieti. Glamna mia no horia mahia shakalia potoria viki a di oro mukia shatia. Many amoria moki. And open and breathe. Mamna mehia nia kukuria nakiatia. Bahia nia muriaka. Eglia nia sho. Ataria mohoto. Eblia mana meo. And open and breathe. Bedamna mehiaka, tielia shatorio mora, maniha kiela hor, mekia tataria no she shehia, manahia, ilienia kikia tutor, manahia, tushuria, vamdabianam, mehi, anura, glamnama, aurora, bashati, amura. Beblia miania katura, bablia miania katur. Within this mighty pillar of electronic ascended master light, blaze, blaze, blaze the violet flame. Make it so powerful that no human creation can pass through ever again. Bring in the ascended master substance. I bring in the essence of kainite to clear and balance. Babia mukuria pakashati ali ro ma ni shikia tia podia ria nikia. And blessings. Thank you.
Tanya, thank you so much. That was wonderful. It's just what we needed. Just right. What do you think, Kathryn?
Oh, that was fabulous. It felt great. Tanya, can you tell us a little bit about the history of this prayer and the language you're speaking and
the Christ
how you learned
prayer, the Christ Light prayer was from the Council of Divine Light that was given to me a long time ago, and it's just stuck in my head forever, and I love it. It really opens up and brings it all in. And then the rest is just is channeled from my higher self. It's the language of light.
Oh, very interesting. Does this language of light have a name? Any other name? You just know it as that?
It's just, I think if you Google language of light, you'll get a lot of stuff on it. But I think it's all it's the language that we speak when we're. It's a universal language. So for instance, if we were to visit another planet and everyone was from another planet, we'd all be speaking that language because it's universal. So everyone's soul recognizes it.
Oh, that was just wonderful. Thank you. What a nice start.
It was just, it had such a quieting influence, and we just could just let go and sink into these soft and gentle and adoring vibrations. Thank you so much, Tanya. That was
You're very
perfect.
welcome. It's
just perfect.
An extreme pleasure.
Well, thank you. I'm going to put you on hold for the time being.
Okay.
And I'm looking at area code 949, ending in 88. Ooh, neat number, 8866. What could we have your name and tell us where you're calling from?
Yeah, this is Wendy Martin.
Wendy?
I'm right next door. I'm right next door to Tanya. She's in Newport. I'm in Costa Mesa, right next door.
Okay, Wendy. Well, welcome.
First, I want to read something that came through to me when she was doing that. Because Zorra was kind of talking to me, and he said, just do this first. And I put my hand up, in the air to feel the sun, the spiritual sun you were talking about. So I want to read this, and then I want to share something real quick. I'm kind of nervous. I'm sorry.
Just take a breath, and we have till 10 o'clock. So just relax and let us hear what you felt. We're really interested.
Okay. Give this world over to the healing of the human spirit as avenues open up, all blockages cleared in wisdom and truth with help from those above. And for all those who have blockages, to start with even $1 to increase the flow. Okay, that was the thought that came through when Tanya was doing that beautiful meditation. And then I just wanted to say that I had LSD therapy, and now that you guys are really opening up all those avenues, and you have a psychologist there that knows all this knowledge. I had LSD therapy, and it's really too bad because there's so many people that could be healed out there, and they've blocked all that with all the drugs they give people. And there's even healing herbs in the Amazon rainforest, and all these things that could be done. So I just want to see that open up, and that was my heart, and that's all I really had to say.
Well, that was
Wendy.
nice. Yes, that was really nice. And I'm just checking here, Wendy. You're right there in Costa Mesa, like you say, not far from Tanya.
Yeah, right next door. We do meditation down in Newport every Thursday night with masters.
Oh, do you know Tanya?
No, she doesn't come to our group.
Oh, I see. Okay.
We share International, wonderful. Lord Maitreya, in that group.
Very nice. Very nice. Well,
now you know to look for each other.
That would be good. We're all getting to know each other.
We had Krishna there last night because the girl there went to a movie about this guy that went to India and was with a guru over there, and Maitreya is supposed to be an aspect of Krishna.
You might, do you want to tell, there might be people in your area that would be interested in joining if you want to let them know where your next meeting is.
Oh, it's every Thursday night. Just tell them to go to shareinternational.org on the internet, and they'll tell them exactly where it is.
What is it, International?
It's www.share-international.org.
Oh, share.
Yeah. Benjamin Cream.
Nice.
A lot of people don't like him because, they think it's a cult, the Christian thing, and so they get a lot of negative publicity. But Lord Maitreya is really for real. He's in the world, and he's supposed to be the world teacher, the Christ that's coming back, and he overshadowed Jesus and a lot of stuff that people don't know about.
Well, okay.
Sure.
Well, thank you for letting us know. And if there's anyone that would like to connect with you, you've given them a little meeting point there. Thank you so much, Wendy. I'm going to go ahead now. Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay. Well, this is a nice start that we're getting off to. And we do have quite a number of people even on the call-in line. Most people are listening in on their computers. And if anybody in my group from the Hollow Earth Network can go to the home page, why don't you see if you can bring up that meditation. It's very clear and easy to hear. Has beautiful background music. It's about 13 minutes. And see if you can just put your mouthpiece of your telephone next to the speaker. And if it's good transmission, then we'll let you know and we'll continue. So
I might be able to do that here.
Oh, okay.
We have an
Give
extra computer.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, it's just a matter of going to hollowearthnetwork.com.
Oh, here I have to. No, we don't have the computer logged in yet. So I'll let Lori work on that.
Okay, and then it's right there as you pull down on that home page. Just slide down. And just above breaking news, there's several YouTubes, and then there is the meditation.
Well, don't give us the
solstice.
instructions yet. We're saying it has to be connected.
Oh.
Here we go. Okay, so she's hooking up her computer to my internet system, and then as soon as she gets online, then we can give her the instructions about how to.
Okay.
And I'll give her the phone, and she can.
Oh yeah, I think we'd all enjoy it. Very, very. I enjoyed listening to every minute of it, and I was in a hurry, but I didn't want to stop listening. And anyone else that wants to add or ask, this, sometimes we run out of time. Of course, this is oriented to the summer solstice that we're all experiencing throughout the world today. But we've been so busy with our channeled messages, we have literally run out of time on the Wednesday calls and left several of you with unanswered questions. Now, we're not going to ask you to bring in something that deviates a great deal from the solstice, but yet again, you may have knowledge. Somebody may know more about Stonehenge that may want. It was interesting, Kathryn, on the last call, I believe it was. I think it was Saint Germain was talking about about Stonehenge, and he talked about some of the scientists as they were excavating and exploring the area, found bones, and he said right away they start documenting, sacrifice. And he said, no. They were just, all the families were having a nice barbecue. They were having a meal.
Archaeologists love to find evidence of human sacrifice, or some chickens being sacrificed when they probably were just being eaten. Actually, I have been to Stonehenge. And I did an expedition, several expeditions actually, to go to the UK to visit the standing stones. So I went to Stonehenge a couple of times, and I've been to Avebury and many other areas where there were just incredible stone formations. And the Stonehenge is so, I didn't go at a solstice time when there was a group. I was there by myself, so I could walk around it. When I was there, it wasn't at all, roped off or protected or anything. You could just walk right around within the circles, and the energy there was just amazing. Whoa. It was uplifting and calm at the same time, what we're looking for tonight. But you could tell walking around, it's acres of formations of the way the dirt was, the soil was formed into mounds, and then there's a trench, and there's other other formations nearby as well.
Oh, boy.
But of course, the stones are just astonishing. And you just have to stand there and think.
Yeah.
These
Marvel.
people knew how to levitate stone.
Yeah. Mm.
It's
and
just
all that
so clear.
energy is still there that they brought to create it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
The energy you could feel was remain. Oh, I see someone. By the way, those of you that have called in, if you'd like to contribute or ask, just hit. I think it's you just press 1 on your keypad, and your hand will go up. And someone just raised their hand, Kathryn. Would you like me to open their line?
973. I think that's New Jersey. Yep. Let's do that.
All right.
We'll keep doing meditations, and then I'm going to ask one of the masters to come through. We'll keep doing meditations, and then I'm going to ask one of the masters to come through. We'll keep doing meditations, and then my goodness,
that's strange.
Going. Listen.
As soon as I opened their line, that happened.
No, better not.
Whoever's in area code 973, ending in 3157. If you're on an open speaker line, would you mind speaking directly into the mouthpiece and close the speaker line? Oh, that's better.
Oh, that's
better.
What it was. Okay.
Yeah, so tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh, very nicely. Thank you.
This is Irit from New Jersey. Good evening, Kathryn.
Hi, Irit. Yeah, I didn't
recognize
your number. Welcome.
I have a small prayer for Mother Earth. And before I read this little prayer, it's really a beautiful prayer if we do it with a big group. I always do it by myself. Wait, I have to cough. I'm sorry. But before we do that, there is a hard breath that my teacher taught us. It's a beautiful, beautiful breath. It's through from your belly, through your nose, exhale from your heart. So inhale from your belly, but it's through your nose, and you're exhaling from your heart. And I am going to read these, but there is a mudra. Mudra is the hand gesture. So you take both hands and you hold Mother Earth. You hold the globe. You're coupling your hand around, and I'm going to say the prayer. And you do the hard breath, again, from the belly, through the nose, exhale from your heart. Long, beautiful, deep breathing. I come from a place of peace and love in my holiest integrity, in the unity alliance of one of the highest divine plan of love and light. I ask for the most benevolent, loving outcome through grace Elohim of earth, humanity, and all life. Include all animals, insects, air, water, plants, divas. I love earth, my brothers and my sisters, and all life. Thank you for your sake. All perfect divine order. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Irit. That was lovely.
Thank you.
Yes, we need to mention the animals and the earth.
That was beautiful.
Thank
beautiful.
You. I'm glad I was able to do that. I wanted so much to do it with a big group.
Well,
I
sure
think we have a big
very
group
big
here.
group.
Thank you, Anne, for letting me do it.
Oh, you're welcome, Eric, and I'm very happy to get to know you. And I'll go ahead and put you back on hold. And we've had now we're beginning to get hands raised. And our next one is in area code 313. I'm opening your line, and your last four numbers are 2290. And we'd like to know your name and where you're calling from. Uh-oh, it went away. 313 went away. That's strange. I hope I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, I'm going to go to, maybe they got bashful. I'm going to go and open area code 610. And your last numbers are 1676. And where are you and what's your name?
Hello, my name is Aggie, and I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Well, welcome, Aggie. We're happy to have you join us. Go right ahead.
Yeah, all I want to do, if I may, is the oneness prayer.
Please.
Okay. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is healed, all are healed. When one is loved, all are loved. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask that only the highest good for all concerned happens here. And I thank you that this is done. We are all one, and I love you all. Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I really like doing this. This is lovely. Everyone has a different one. Thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome.
And delivered so sweetly. So much heart. Thank you, Aggie. It was so nice. I'll go ahead and put you. Oh, honey, we love you too. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, guess who's back? Oh, no, I thought it was 313. I'm going to go ahead and close your line, Aggie. And we have area code 631, ending in 5309. I wonder where you are, and may we have your name and where you're calling from?
Hi, Anne. This is Susan from New York, Long Island.
Well, hi, Susan. How you doing?
Kathryn. I wanted to let you know that I think the message here that you were talking about, integrating the I Am Presence, the 9-minute one by Patricia Cotorobo.
Oh, no, there's the one down further, but that is a nice one as well.
Okay.
It's right above breaking news. Whichever one.
Oh, the solstice meditation down further. Okay, so if you want, you let me know, and I can put my phone next to the speaker.
Let's give it a try.
Okay.
And we'll do a practice run, and if it's clear, then we'll just go ahead.
All right, I'm going to push start now.
Good girl.
Dear Earth people, open your hearts in love and joy. You are here on this planet at this time, for you have chosen this. And all of you have chosen to be together on the planet at this time to assist each other. This meditation will unite all of you in whom the one heart frequency is activated, so that your combined strengths and powers allow the light to spread far and wide. Sit comfortably now, dear one, and say out loud, I open my heart in love and gratitude now. As you do this, the vibration of love is activated within your physical cells, and your aura flows with the true pink energy of love in motion. Place both hands in the center of your chest now. Say out loud, the one heart is activated within me now. And feel the turquoise crystalline light of the one heart spinning through the pink, flowing into your auric field. Smile now, moving into a state of bliss, love and gratitude for all that is, and gratitude for the beauty of earth, her flowing oceans and rivers, her deep, powerful forests, the beauty of her many beings, crawling, walking, flying, slithering. And open your heart in love and gratitude for your family, for all those that love and support you, for the synchronicities which have led you forward on your path. And open your heart now to all beings on the earth who are awake now, whose hearts are open. Use the one heart mudra if you choose, dear ones. 4 fingers and thumbs in a heart with the wings flying through your other fingers. Know that your one heart are resonating with each other now. Feel the flow between your one heart resonance and all others on Gaia in whom this is activated. Feel your aura strengthening, your emotions calming. Feel a deep peace and strength arising in you now. And sit with your hands in the peace mudra, one hand on top of the other on your lap. Imagine all others who practice this meditation through the timeline, flowing in these energies with you now. Sisters and brothers of the light, all of you now in one heart resonance. The great grandmother web of light joins you now, so that your love, your wishes for peace and light on the earth planet, your desire to be of service, your intention to to follow the signs that lead you forward on your path. Your healing and intuitive powers. All of these, dear ones, are in resonance with each other, and you are lighting up and strengthening each other through the grandmother web of light and love. And the great force of the Creator, the force of love, is in action now, healing and strengthening each one of you. Hold this visualization now of all of you awakened ones, joined through the web of light, and now bring into your consciousness those who are still asleep, those in whom the light is not yet strong, those who have previously been warriors of the light, peacemakers, healers, but who have slid into disillusionment, those who are ill beyond repair and are preparing to leave the planet, those who have lost their ways to the darkness. All of these ones, bring them into your consciousness and see now how the powerful light which moves through the web is lighting them up also, is lifting them up. Feel, dear ones, how your amplified light and love flowing around the globe now is spilling into the auras of those who have lost their way. Feel joy as you tune into these ones and not pain. You must trust that your clear, pure intentions for the good, your intention to be of service, that this is enough to light the way for the others. You understand in this moment that your joy is needed and not your sorrow, that your peace is needed and not your anxiety, and that you are duty-bound to bring yourselves into a place of peace and joy as often as possible, so that this becomes the default emotion within your energy bodies. Your one heart centers are magical tools, awakened, enlightened versions of your personal heart centers. When you are connected through your one heart, no negative energy may flow between you. Know that this is one of your combined strengths at this time. Your ability to activate the one heart frequency within you and to stimulate this awakening within others. Come back to this visualization as often as possible. The visualization of all others on earth who are awakened, sitting with you in open heart, saying out loud, I activate the one heart within me now. The one heart is truly the heart chakra of your higher self, of your golden angel presence. And as you come into alignment with this highest aspect of yourself, you are transformed. It is important that when you bring those into your awareness who have lost their way or who are ill and dying, that you maintain the frequency of love, light, joy within you. Or if you move into sorrow or despair, then you cannot assist. The easiest way to bring yourself into this higher frequency is to activate gratitude within your emotional field. Think of those things that you love, the dolphins, the whales, your own dogs and cats, all beloved children of the earth plane. Nature in all its glory and beauty and power. All those who love and support you, bringing these things into your consciousness, things that you are truly grateful for. These lighten your vibration beyond measure. And smile, dear one. Smile the smile of the enlightened Buddha, the smile that acknowledges that all suffering is illusion. So it is. Namaste.
Namaste. Susan, that was so good of you to do that, honey, and it came through clearly.
You're welcome. I have tears in my eyes right now, so
it's
I'm a little emotional.
Oh, that was wonderful.
If anybody wants to privately align themselves with that 13-minute meditation, just go to HallowEarthNetwork.com. And on the home page, just slide down, and just before you see breaking news, you'll see a series of YouTubes. You'll see this solstice meditation. And it's just so nice to just ease back and let these wonderful thoughts and high vibrations join our hearts together as it was intended. So thank you again, Susan. It was so nice of you to do that.
I'm glad it worked out.
It did, honey. Okay,
you.
sweetie, I'm going to close your line now.
Okay, bye-bye.
In gratitude. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
And Kathryn, we have the area code 518 showing up.
We do.
Would you like me to open that line?
Let me tell you what adventures we have in store.
Okay.
I have just been contacted by Zorra, who would like to come through and talk to the group. And at the same time, we have on the line Lori's 9-year-old daughter. And I think Lori would like to tell the story about what her daughter has said, and then maybe she can come on too. I don't know whether I should call Zorra in first, or maybe let's have Christy tell her story. I'm going to put Lori on, and she can do a little introduction to this event that she can describe. That was just wonderful.
Okay.
So here's Lori, who's the mother.
Oh, okay. Hi, Lori.
Hi, Anne. Nice to be speaking with you again. I was sharing with Kathryn that when she started to channel Zorra, I wanted to share that with the kids, and I mentioned to Christy, come on, honey, I want you to listen because Kathryn will be channeling Zorra, and this is very exciting, and I want you to get to know Zorra and be more familiar. And she said, Mommy, I know Zorra. I said, well, how do you know Zorra? Well, Zorra's spoken to me before. He introduced himself. He said, hi, I'm Zorra, and he talks to me. And I said, oh, my, well then, that's, I guess I have, you're ahead of me. You go, you 9-year-old, you go. So she is on the line, and I know would be thrilled to have the opportunity to speak with Zorra. I know she's spoken with Mother, Father, God before, and Jesus, and she's a loving 9-year-old who would be thrilled to be able to speak with her heroes.
Well, her line is open right now.
Is she on now?
Want to talk to your daughter?
Christy, it's Mommy.
Hi.
Are you on? Hi, sweetheart.
Yes.
Mommy misses you. How are you?
Good. I wanted to say
Good.
Happy Solstice, Zorra.
You want to say Happy Solstice to Zorra. Okay, you know what? I'm going to put you on the line with Kathryn, and who is my friend I'm here with, and she's going to channel Zorra. So hang on, honey. Here she is.
Hi.
Hi, Christy.
Hi.
I really liked your... Hi. Thanks for calling in. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your experiences with meeting Zorra and the others? Who else have you talked to?
I have talked to my relatives that have passed away and a few of the pets that have passed away. And I have other people like Mother, Father, God, and Jesus, and Zorra.
Wonderful. So I have been tapped on the shoulder, and Zorra tells me that he would like to talk to the group. So I'm going to let him come through and see what he has to say to us. And then you hang on the phone for a while, and maybe, we'll see what he has to say, okay?
Hi.
All right. So I'm going to just, Zorra is right here, ready to talk with everybody.
Okay. You need a little time to slide across, Kathryn? I'll just give you a little bridge here.
Just a second.
And
we're pretty much ready here, so.
Okay. We'll welcome Zorra, then. Zorra will be the next voice we'll hear.
Greetings, all of you. What a wonderful celebration this is. I feel your presence. So many of you there. And Christy. Yes, dear Christy. We have spoken.
I wanted to say Happy Solstice.
Thank you, Christy. Yes, Happy Solstice, indeed. Indeed it is a happy solstice. It certainly is for me. I am delighted to be talking with you. Welcome.
Thank you.
And welcome to everyone. Yes. It is a pleasure for me to do what you might term conversing with the young ones. What a pleasure that children are so open. She was very, very welcoming when I went to speak with her. Weren't you, dear?
Yes.
And I will return to speak with you again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And now I have a small message for the group.
Okay.
To talk about the summer solstice. Perhaps I can lead a short meditation with everyone here and do what we might call joining together as one with all hearts, connecting with what you might think of as an electrical, in a good sense, what you might term a storm of energy. We will lift hearts to include every single one here. Everyone must breathe deeply, join together, be aware, conscious of your connection to your higher self, and from there, your connection to God. We celebrate this, what you might call joint conversation. So many together, so many joining hearts, so many contributing, giving of themselves in a way that touches my heart. I wanted to speak with all of you to tell you what a pleasure it is to hear you doing what you might term sharing your hearts. It lifts our hearts as well. Those of us who listen, who watch, who are also concerned with the things that are happening on the planet now. Such an exciting time. Now let me continue with a moment of what you might term meditation. But this is to join each and every one into the web, the great Christ web of consciousness. As you listen, each one of you breathe deeply. Feel yourself reaching out through the crown chakra, through what you term your higher self. Anchor in your higher self and feel your God presence. And then you will also experience what you might call complete connection between you and each one who is on this call, each one who meditates tonight, each one who is what you might term still sleeping. Wake them up. Wake them up with your prayers. Wake them up with your powerful meditation. And as I count from 5 to 1, you will feel the electrical connection to what we term the consciousness grid, which will light up like what you might term the neon and lights in Times Square, near where Kathryn lives. All the lights will come on at one time from the energy of your heart and those of everyone else here. Now, I will count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is done. And now, the entire planet is ablaze with what you might term bright consciousness. Christ consciousness. So be it. Now, dear ones, I will turn the call back to our beloved masters, who will guide you in further conversation and more meditation to continue what you might term this blaze that you have begun. Welcome, dear Nada.
Hi, Zorra. It's so good that you joined us today. It's just like family. So good to have you here. And I love the consciousness grid that we've all lighted up, all of us listening from all points of the world right now.
Indeed.
Thank you so much. It's always so good to hear your voice.
And now I will. Yes?
I was just saying a little different through Kathryn, but we can tell it's you, Zorra. Those of us that have listened to you for over 2 years on the Hollow Earth Network, it's our Zorra coming through. Another voice, our dear Kathryn, so that his son, who's been stranded up here for 62 years, can finally come back home to Zorra, his father, and to his mother, and brothers and sisters, or just sisters, Zorra?
Just sisters.
That's what I was thinking, yes. So we're so glad that you found Kathryn, and you can continue to guide us. Thank you so much.
We are preparing Kathryn is preparing to do what we have termed trans channel, so that she will allow me to come through her body. She will share my body. We are working on that.
It's a new experience for Kathryn, and she's the only one that is adventurous and open and willing to make this new kind of channeling available that is allowing Zorra to actually live within her body while she goes and lives in his 15-foot high body. So you're both adjusting, large and small.
Indeed. And now, continue with your Summer Solstice celebration, everyone. We will talk soon.
Wonderful.
So it is.
And so it is. Namaste. And goodbye, Zorra, for now. That was wonderful.
And I'm back.
Oh, hi, Kathryn.
Hi. Oh. Zorra's so cool.
it's so good when Zorra comes through. I feel free to visit with him because I know him myself. He's been in my home, and I've seen him. I've actually sat on the sofa with his son, Zorra, who's in a human body of 62 years. He came up when he was just a toddler, was placed up here, and has grown up on the surface, enabling his father, Zorra, in Hollow Earth, to have a mouthpiece. And so for 62 years, but only in the last couple of years did it finally come to fruition where Zorra, the son, made connections with those of us in the Hollow Earth Network, which was created for Zorra, so that he had a mouthpiece to speak to people up here by telephone using his son's body, just as he just now was using Kathryn's. But he used it in a different way. He actually moved into his son's body, Zorra's body, and his son, they just swapped as I started to say, I actually watched Zorra come through because his son, who we knew in those days as Colonel Billy Fay Woodard, Billy was there in my home, sitting on the sofa next to me, and he said, and this is when I was just getting into it. I didn't know Zorra that well, and Billy had come to visit and say hello and get acquainted here at my house. He said, would you like to speak with my father? And I nearly fell off the couch. I said, oh, yes, of course, And he says, well, just a minute. And he just sort of quieted himself for a minute. And I'm sitting there not knowing what to expect. And then all of a sudden the body animates, comes alert, sitting on the sofa, leans forward. Both feet were flat on the floor. And the body leans forward, and both hands, one hand went on top of each knee, like you remember Yul Brynner in The King and I? That must be the typical way that they sit in Hollow Earth, because instantly the body leans forward, a hand goes on top of each knee, and he looks around. And then he says, indeed. And that was when I saw Zorra come through into Billy's body, and that's what he's doing with Kathryn. Kathryn is learning a new way to channel where she totally allows him occupancy of her body while she occupies his. And on the last trip, you went to Hollow Earth, and what was that like, Kathryn?
Oh, that was so fun. Yes, I should tell everybody about some of those things.
I think so.
Well, I told you the story about the bee. That was the funniest thing that happened. As I arrived, I found myself in Zorra's body, and I think I was sitting on he was sitting on a bench, and I stood up, and I saw this bee that came forward right up to my face. And he was so close I had to cross my eyes to look at him. He was as big as my hand, my own hand. And this bee with great big eyes came buzzing up to me and said, welcome.
Well, they all talk down there, and everybody. Yeah. And did you meet anyone when you were down there?
I met Zorra's wife, and I saw. She was lovely. She was helping. And we walked in the garden. She was lovely. She was showing me around. The trees were amazing. Like,
how big are they?
Huge, just huge trees. But the most fun. Oh, and flowers, beautiful flowers. And the sounds are ethereal. The trees are singing, and the plants make these. I can't describe it, like a kind of singing, but they go up and down. There are electronic instruments that sound something like this. It's the notes slide up and down, but they're very light, airy sounds. And I was invited to go for a ride with Zorra's pterodactyl.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that.
And yes. Oh, yes. So then I found myself standing right, as soon as I thought about it, I found myself standing next to Pan and felt her flank, which was like leather or like a lizard sort of. And she has a long neck, and she turned her head and a kind of narrow, long face, and she turned her head and looked at me with such love. It was beautiful. And I heard her telepathically say to me, "Where would you like to go, dear?"
Oh, my goodness.
So I climbed on her back and got myself positioned, and I could feel her breathing. And then she started flapping her wings in this. They're huge, 65-foot wingspans, Zorra said.
Wow.
I could feel the power. She's so powerful. And she lifted off, and I said, "Let's stay low first." And we flew over the treetops and out over the gardens, and I could see in the garden there was an orchestra. There were people sitting around with instruments that looked something like violins, and there was a huge harp. There was a woman playing a huge harp, and I could hear the music was wafting up to me, and we flew right on by.
Oh my goodness!
Rivers and mountains, and then I said, "Okay, let's go high." So we went way up. I was hanging on. There's a saddle, so I was hanging onto the saddle, thinking, "Boy, this isn't like any horse I ever rode."
Oh my goodness!
But some kind of similar, There were some things about it that was a little bit like riding a horse, so I wasn't afraid. She was very careful with me. And then we did a few banking turns. And then we came back down. Yeah, it was pretty wild.
So that's amazing.
I told Zorra he'd made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
I should say, what an adventure you're in for. Every time you trade bodies, you don't know, he might be in his aeroship the next time up with the fleets.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. But we'll have to practice. It's a little, I can experience all of that and still kind of have one ear or one eye on my own body. So I have to learn to really completely separate and just go off and let it go, So that's what I'm practicing.
Oh, well, I think you're just doing amazing, just amazing. And, you've been in your body for a long time, and
yes.
To be totally, you actually, when you do that, you have to actually sever the silver and gold cords as well?
No.
Oh.
No, I still have the silver cord to my body, but it has to lengthen. That's the challenge. To get further away, it has to. It can go forever, But there's always a connection. As long as the body is alive, there's always a connection.
Oh, okay.
So I can always find my way home.
Yeah, so you're not totally off in Never Land. Yeah.
Right. Mhm.
Oh, Kathryn, thank you so much. I know we all were just enjoying this so much. And this is a new event in Kathryn's life after all that she's done, channeling all the cosmic masters. She's just recently started interacting with Zorra from Hollow Earth, who we have heard for over 2 years, but speaking through his son's body. And Zorra wants to go home, and with Kathryn able to continue Zorra's communication with us, it's enabling his son to finally come home to the family. And it's just a wonderful experience.
Yeah. I was also told, I don't know why I didn't pick this up before, but Zorra said, and then, of course, after you learn to channel me by turning over the body, then you'll be able to do the same thing with Saint Germain and Sananda and Archangel Michael.
Oh, my goodness.
Whoever else would like to come through. So that's going to be part of the training. Once I get good at it, I'll be able to let the others really speak in their own voice. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, it's all new for you and certainly new for us. And oh my goodness, thank goodness and it's because you've got your brain working in a different fashion than most of us because of 35 years learning and practicing visual centering. I think that's why you're able to do channeling different than other channels.
Yes, I think that's why I can tell people what it feels like to me. It's as if they're talking in my ear and it's coming out my mouth. And I'm not really processing it. It's like I'm just saying the words as they're saying them. So I'm not thinking about it at all. There's so sometimes when I go back and listen, I'm surprised.
Just like we were talking earlier, I said
creation story. I guess I should
that's
go
a wonderful.
to that.
You missed out on it all. And I was just enthralled. I thought, what a classic call! This is all about creation, starting with Creator and coming into Mother, Father, God. It's all there.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Prime
okay.
Creator.
Yeah. It was the time that Prime Creator came through? Okay.
No,
good.
No, it wasn't. No, it was after that. It was the call after Prime Creator, because then Mother, Father, God introduced us to the whole hierarchy and how it all goes together.
Okay, so that's how people can find it. The person
it's
that
the
called
one
in
after
and
Prime Creator. The first time you channeled
good.
Prime Creator.
Well,
let
right.
me see what we've got go. This is really, and we only have maybe 25 minutes. We have some hands up. Let me see. Are you ready or did you?
I have also heard from Sananda, who has offered to come and do a meditation with us as well. So
let's do that. Oh, by all means.
Well, should we let one person come in for a minute and see if they have a brief contribution to make, and then we'll go to Sananda?
Whatever you and Sananda feel is right. Oh, guess what? The phone that's waiting is Zorra's phone. Zorra's son. Oh, maybe Zorra will be talking to us.
I think we should. No wonder I'm hearing we should answer that phone.
Okay. Let me open that line. Gosh. Okay, Zorra or Zorra. Wait a minute, it's not open yet. Come on now.
It's the 719.
I'm trying. There it goes. There it is.
Indeed, beloved masters.
Oh, there's Zorra.
Oh, hi, Zorra.
And how be you, beloved woman?
Well, that's two of us. I'm just fine. This is Kathryn.
Indeed. Well, you were speaking earlier of what was termed as Stonehenge. And
yes.
In actuality, Stonehenge was what was termed as a cradle for arrow ships. And when they came to rest on the rim, it created a roof.
Oh, of course.
Isn't that amazing?
Indeed. So Stonehenge, besides being what is a place of sacred worship, was also a landing port for arrow ships, so they would not sit on the earth to harm it.
Oh, my goodness. It was a landing port.
Indeed.
Now, when you say arrow ships, Zorra, you usually are referring to the ships from Hollow Earth, aren't you, rather than spaceships?
No, I'm speaking of extraterrestrial craft from other star systems.
Okay.
And it was used for that, and also others, and also those from Hollow Earth as well. And so, it was built by the Pleiadians.
Oh. So did they come? They came here to build it?
They actually were given instructions to what is termed the Druids, as you term them, but the design was given to them by the Pleiadians, so they would have a point of contact.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
We're the only ones that know this. That it was that's how the stones all were put in place then?
Yes, they were put in precisely in a perfect circle, and then they were they were used by the star vessels to land and create a roof over the rim, and it worked quite well. The pedestal, yes, the pedestal for the crafts to sit upon.
Well, did it also have significance as to the solstice and equinox? Which everybody presumes it does?
Yes, it does. And also, there's also an inner ring as well. You have the outer ring, and then you have the inner ring, which would be what is termed, it supported the center of the craft, where what is termed the platform that lowered to the ground in the center circle. That's what that was for.
You said a platform like an elevator that went down to the ground?
Well, actually, part of the vessel itself. A platform that formed the dome that formed the bottom portion of the ship, and it was lowered down in the center circle.
Oh, I can see it. It's perfect.
It is indeed. So, it was interesting because when you began to bring me forth, as you did, I was present with Quasar when you began speaking. To let you know that I can be in several places at once.
I see, yes. Because I felt your presence here.
Indeed. I was there too.
It gets complicateder and complicateder.
Yeah. That's quite a skill.
Yeah, hey, Anne, and that's her maid, Kathryn with Jane. And
Hi,
so
Jane.
it was strange.
You were sitting, you were listening?
I was listening and watching and sitting next to Zorra, and the transition had happened.
Indeed. When you first came through, I exited to allow you for me to come fully into you, and then toward the end, when you were about to end it, that's when I came back in, and we started communicating to each other, and you were also talking on the line as well. Indeed.
Oh, isn't this? We're getting exposure to things that it's stretching our brains. Multidimensionality, is that what we're talking about?
I think so.
Indeed.
Oh. Well, Quasar, I can imagine how strange it was for you to be sitting there with him and still hear him.
Through Kathryn. It was very strange.
Indeed. But I allowed that to occur to let Quasar know that I can be in more places than just one.
You know, I have a question. How did you get acquainted with Christy, our little 9-year-old, Laurie's daughter? How do children attract your presence?
Well, they simply call my name and I am there.
Oh.
That's an interesting question. When you heard that, did you, Zorra? That when she said, her mother said, I'm going to talk with Zorra, and she said, I talk to him all the time.
Children can communicate with me quite easily because they are such a innocent child, and they have what is termed as a very willing spirit about them, and they can communicate telepathically, and which is quite perplexing for some people.
And that's when their adults who are so dense deny what the children are saying and have an effect of closing them down. Is that right, Zorra?
Indeed. They try to convince them that they are not communicating with an unseen entity. It's the same as when they have what is termed as imaginary friends, or what is termed as they see elves and they see fairies and things of this nature. And then the parents try and convince them that they are not seeing these things, and it is strange for them to be seeing them things, and then they try to brainwash them into believing that they don't see them because it is not natural.
Lower them down to our level.
Because it is not natural for them to experience these experiences, or so they think. But in actuality, the children are quite sensitive to the nature spirits, and also to ascended masters, and also to myself.
That's wonderful. That's just wonderful.
Indeed. I'm going to do something what is termed as, I'm going to sing in Lemurian language, and this will be what is termed as a blessing for Mother Earth. So sit back, close your eyes, and listen. Kola no I Ola mo ikena Yo mo huneyu Kona I enore Yo ma yo mo nao Yo kao ne Moji moto mao Ie nasto maude La manola Ya manola Ile mana Kole palatu Yo mato Ie vada Yo mako maladasadi.
Oh, it's wonderful. So wonderful.
Thank you, Zorra.
Oh, you're welcome.
And you do enjoy music in Hollow Earth.
Oh, indeed. Indeed we do. Soraya, she plays the harp. Quite large one.
Oh, she's the one that plays that big harp. And Zoraya is Zoraya's twin sister.
No, Soraya.
Oh, Soraya.
Oh, Soraya.
My beloved.
Oh.
Soraya.
Soraya. Oh, yes. So that's who I saw playing the harp when I was flying.
Indeed, that was my beloved.
Ah.
She emits a great deal of light, and her music is beautiful.
It does indeed. It does indeed. And you're getting better at integrating my essence, beloved Kathryn.
Oh, yes. It's starting to feel more natural. I'd like to practice a little more.
Of course. And once you get used to it, to the degree where you can, what is termed as let go, then that's when you will speak with my accent.
Oh, Kathryn, you got to do that so we can hear Zorra's accent again.
Yes, yes. I will do that.
We're all waiting for that, Kathryn.
Indeed.
Nothing like a little pressure.
Indeed.
Well, you're the one that gets to go for flights around Hollow Earth, you know.
Yeah. It's what is termed as incentive.
Incentive, right.
Indeed.
Well, I'm very honored and delighted to have this opportunity. I feel truly blessed.
Indeed. And you might want to also do what is termed as when the super moon comes forth, and that will be when the moon is on Sunday, the closest when the moon will be to Mother Earth.
Oh, yes.
You are going to see around the edges of the moon arrow ships in a circle.
Oh.
Oh, my.
Will they remain there so that everyone on the planet can see them as it... Oh, this is...
Yes, they will.
Really? Will they? Oh, okay, good.
That is the plan anyway.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I can't wait.
Also,
I've got to get this up and tell people. They've got to hear this call and learn all this.
Go ahead.
So it is all being recorded, yes?
Oh, yeah. I'll get it up, and I'm not going to write it all up. Sometimes it's better. I like to write it so they can find certain points, but I just want to get this up and make sure everybody hears it. So.
I hear Zorra laughing.
Indeed.
Well, we're stumbling around here trying to catch up. You know, we're doing our best.
Indeed. Well, that is good.
Oh, thank you for that good information, Zorra. This is wonderful.
And also, the Galactic Federation will be doing what is termed as giving a show in space.
Wow.
As what in space?
I will not say what it will be because it was supposed to be a surprise. So
but this is on Sunday during the super moon on Sunday, Zorra?
Indeed.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, we have something to look forward to.
Indeed.
Oh, how wonderful. What a special solstice this is. This is wonderful.
Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you, Zorra.
Celebration for America. Not galactic.
What did you say about America? What did he say?
He said
it's a special... To Quasar was asking about what is termed as the 4th of July, and I said, well, the 4th of July is a American celebration, not galactic.
Right. We do tend to think we're the center of the universe, don't we?
Indeed. Well, there may be some vessels that may show up in what is termed above the fireworks in different locations.
Oh.
That will be cool. It would be a good time for that to occur.
It certainly would.
They've done it before. They did it at what is termed as in the Olympics. They appeared there over the fireworks. And, of course, they could do it again over the fireworks over New York, over the fireworks of Seattle, over the fireworks of Miami.
Oh.
We'll see. We shall see.
Oh, I hope they come in close.
Indeed.
Yeah, you're right there, Kathryn.
They did say that they would be doing what is termed as appearing below the clouds in areas that are have frequent cloud cover. So they will be appearing below the clouds, uncloaked. So that could be Chicago. Anyway, but you might tell the little one, she's probably listening anyway, that if she goes out and into a wooded area with her parents, of course, out into Mother Nature, and to sit next to her, with her back to a tree, and call the nature spirits, and they will come, and they will appear to her because she's such a lovely child, and so she is ready, and she has been asking. So her wishes are going to be granted for them to see her, for her to see them. And all of you can
that's
do the same.
Wonderful.
All of you can do the same. If you wish to see the nature spirits, all you have to do is when you are out in nature, not in direct sunlight, of course, but in the evening time when the sun is beginning to set, and sit in a lounge chair or a chair of some sort in a wooded area, and look out into the tree, out into the forest, and ask them to appear, and they will, because the I Am Presence is present now, and the fear of man has left them.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, that's, what happened?
Nothing.
We're here.
I guess it was just my line. It went dead for just a second. That was okay. Oh, it scared me.
Are you playing with our lines?
It just went dead for a minute.
Okay.
Oh, this is so
So
wonderful.
you were saying, Anne.
I forgot. I just lost it all.
I'm going to do what is done, that is step out, and because Sananda is tapping me on the shoulder, says, my turn.
Oh, that's
so
right.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to allow that to occur. I will bid you farewell. May harmony, peace, joy, laughter, healing, and much, much love be with everyone. And
that's wonderful.
Thank you.
And the last thing I will say is this, that all the galactics, all which is termed Sananda, Saint Germain, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Saint Germain, and all of those have all been listening very intently to this special meditation, and they are quite pleased.
Oh, that's when we had all their energy joining us.
Indeed.
And yours, Zorra,
So,
yours coming through. This is just a wonderful gathering, a family.
Indeed.
And we'll let our brothers...
It is 10 minutes to 9 our time, so I'm stepping out. Indeed.
Thank you again, and we look forward to your next visit, Zorra. Thank you so much.
Indeed.
All right.
And
Kathryn,
we only have. We don't have
a
much
couple
time,
minutes.
so let's let Sananda come through, and we'll let him finish the call. How would that be?
Okay, that sounds wonderful.
All right. So I'm going to step aside now, and the next voice will be Sananda.
Okay.
Beloved ones, here we are in this wonderful celebration of the coming summer and this historic galactic time. Yes, everyone is watching. Everyone is joining their hearts with you. Today is a glorious time. On the ships, they're celebrating. Our hearts are overflowing with love. We feel as grateful for your hard work as you have expressed toward us. We feel your gratitude for our help. We give it with all our hearts. Now let us, for a moment that we have left, concentrate together. Feel our hearts join as one. Know that I am there with you, always. Know that all of your masters are eager to speak with you, to embrace you, to join their energies and their overflowing joy with your hope and your dreams. And now I ask each and every one of you to, in your meditation, picture the wonderful golden age that you envision, that you wish to create. Picture the earth, green and lush. Picture earth renewed, crystal cities, energy systems that require no pollution, flying ships will be a common occurrence. You won't have to think it's strange any longer. Perhaps Stonehenge could be reconstructed. Imagine Picture it in your mind's eye, hands joined, dancing together as one. All around the globe, people in celebration, singing, dancing, lifting their voices to God. And we and the angels will all sing with you. And now we send our blessings, our love to all of you. So it is. Namaste.